This episode of the Friends in Beauty Podcast is sponsored by the Friends in Beauty Podcast live event going down on April 15th, 2022, right here in the DMV area. Come out and help me celebrate the 111th episode of the Friends in Beauty Podcast. This event will feature live interviews with special guests Tiana Robinson, beauty business strategist, Keisha Taylor, CEO, founder, franchiser of Brows & Company Microblading Academy, Muslima Carpenter, makeup artist, content creator, and educator, and Samuel McDuffie, mindset coach. This lineup is full of so much value, and I can't wait to dive into some amazing and impactful conversations that can totally change the direction of your life or business. I can't even tell you how excited I am for this. This will be the first Friends in Beauty event since 2020, and you're definitely going to want to be in the room. Click the link in the show description to grab your ticket, or head over to friendsinbeauty.com/events and come out and mix and mingle and network with your other friends in beauty and soak up all of the gems my special guests are going to share. Meet me there. I hope to see you soon. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the episode.
Number one, in general, right? If you get a refund, that means you lost money in your business. That means your money. That means your business did not make a profit. So while you're happy you're getting the refund, you made nothing in your business, which is a bigger business problem than getting a refund at the end of the year. That's in general, okay? Now, on the flip side, you could have been doing such good tax planning that you got a refund, right? Last year, I got a client back $55,000 from a tax strategy, from one tax strategy. Ooh. Got back $55,000 from one tax strategy.
Welcome to the Friends in Beauty Podcast, a safe space for ambitious beauty industry creatives to have real talk, get real answers, and practical tools to grow their businesses. My name is Kenesha Robinson, and I'm a makeup artist, beauty educator, and the creator of Friends in Beauty. I created Friends in Beauty to support like-minded creatives just like you on their quest to connect, network, and build genuine relationships within the beauty community. Join me every week as me and my special guests reveal the keys to success and longevity in the beauty industry, and most importantly, have fun while doing it. You ready? Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty, Kenesha Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty Podcast. I am so happy to have you here with me, and I hope you're listening to this episode in high spirits and in good health. If you are a friend in beauty, I welcome you to join the Friends in Beauty Facebook community. If you're looking for a community of like-minded, ambitious friends in beauty to virtually connect with, network, and share resources, then click the link down below in the show description to join our community, and I'll be there to welcome you with open arms. Also, follow Friends in Beauty on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty. What I like to do is something called the Friends in Beauty Friday feature, where every Friday I spotlight a different friend in beauty and their accomplishments. So no matter how big or small you think it is, I want to shout you out. I want to send you some good vibes. So all you have to do is use the hashtag FIB Friday feature, tag Friends in Beauty on something that you have accomplished, and I'll share it with the community. Additionally, the Friends in Beauty Podcast is available on several platforms. We're on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google, YouTube, you name it. And whatever platform you are listening from right now, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into the Friends in Beauty Podcast. I truly appreciate you so much. And I would love it even further if you took the time to leave a 5-star rating, a review, a comment, a like, a share, a subscribe, or something to let me know how you feel about the Friends in Beauty Podcast. I would absolutely love it. And also, I have to tell you that you should join the Friends in Beauty mailing list tribe if you haven't already, because they are the first to know about all things Friends in Beauty, and I send out different business resources, tips, and advice throughout the week. So if that's something that you're interested in, the link for that will be in the description as well. And last but not least, the most important thing is to share the Friends in Beauty Podcast with your other friends in beauty, your family, your friends, anybody that you think could benefit from the information that is being shared. Share away to help me grow the Friends in Beauty community. Now, on this episode of the Friends in Beauty Podcast, I welcome the Beauty CPA, Kenesha Coleman, to the Friends in Beauty guest chair. Kenesha is an award-winning CPA, certified tax coach, and IRS enrolled agent. She founded ColemanTax, an accounting firm that specializes in helping ambitious and driven beauty entrepreneurs save money by optimizing their tax and financial lives. Beautypreneurs rely on her easy to understand tax savvy to beautify their finances, keep more profit in their pockets, and make financial decisions that effortlessly grow their beauty businesses. This was such an eye-opening and informative conversation with Kenesha. She really is an open book and was able to clarify so much about the confusing world of taxes when it comes to being a beautypreneur. In this interview, Kenesha shares why she chose to leave her job at the IRS to specifically help beautypreneurs with their taxes and finances, where most beautypreneurs go wrong when it comes to taxes, the common misconceptions about what you can and cannot claim on your taxes and how you can be losing money, what tools you can use to stay on track of your bookkeeping, advice on paying yourself first from your business, why getting a tax refund is not a good thing sometimes, and so much more, including tons of resources. If you've been struggling with keeping your business finances tight and want to know how you can improve, this interview is definitely for you. Let's go ahead and jump into this chat with Kenesha, and if you prefer to watch our beautiful faces, then tune in on YouTube. Enjoy. Welcome to the Friends of Beauty podcast, Kenesha.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity.
I am so excited to talk to you because I was just telling you I've been following you for a while on Instagram. So I'm excited to finally meet you face to face and to have this conversation about, taxes and tax season, because we're in the midst of tax season right now. So it's going to be helpful for people right now and then like going forward to know what to do to prepare better for like next year and make your life easier when you're doing their taxes.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And this gives me a nice break from the forms and the spreadsheet. I'd rather talk to people than be buried in paperwork. So again, thank you. And I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, you're going to have fun. So let's start off with some icebreakers just to get us warmed up and for the Friends of Beauty audience to get to know you outside of what you do, pushing papers and all that stuff, all the taxes. So first one, just give us 3 random facts about you.
3 random facts. Okay. I am the mom of a daughter named Honor. I'm real proud of that name. It's very unique, I think, in my opinion. Let's see. I am the oldest, but I hate it because they come to me for everything. And what is the 3rd thing? If I was to do this life all over again, I would love to be a conscientious rapper. I would.
Okay.
I would.
That's dope. I like that. Oh, I have these things called pod decks. And they have like these weird, crazy questions sometimes. One is a what the heck deck and one is a would you rather. Which one do you want?
Would you rather?
Would you rather? Okay. And I've been getting some good ones because like when I first started using these, the questions used to be so crazy. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to say this, but I've been getting some interesting ones. I think I did that one before. Let me do another one. Would you rather, this is good. Would you rather get a shoulder massage or a foot massage?
Oh, a foot massage. A foot massage. Let me tell you, this is so weird, but I just got a pedicure yesterday. And I was just thinking while I was sitting there, like, man, this woman is really good at massaging my feet right now. It was so needed, but definitely a foot massage.
I like that. And the foot massage too. I used to be really strangely into reflexology when I was a kid. I used to have like the little charts with the foot on it and it tells you like what organ it corresponds to and stuff. I don't know why I was so obsessed with that.
It is. No, it's very interesting. Like I didn't know that either till they get on your feet and you started feeling stuff all over your body. Amazing.
Yes. Oh, where's the last place you took a vacation to maybe?
Oh, so right after the first tax deadline in March, we went to Vegas. Me and my family, we spent the week in Vegas. We stayed at the Venetian. It was beautiful. The weather wasn't too bad. It was a much needed vacation. I really enjoyed myself.
That's cool. I've never been to Vegas before. Oddly enough, as old as I am, I've never been to Vegas, but I'm going this year, hopefully.
Yeah, I recommend every adult needs to hit Vegas. I've been 7 times.
Oh, okay.
It's my most favorite place to go in the U.S. But it's like a playground. It's a playground.
Okay. That's cool. Okay, we used to say it like that. It's a playground. I need to go. What do people always tell you that you're good at aside from what you do professionally?
Oh, I would say giving advice. Giving advice, like like I was saying earlier, I'm the youngest. I have a younger sister. She's 4 years younger than me, my sister. My brother is 18 years younger than me. And
Wow.
so they come to me all the time for advice. Some of the stuff I don't even be knowing, but it'd be like, hey, if I was in your position, this is what I would do. So
Yeah.
I would say give advice.
Yeah, you're the ultimate big sister. That's a big gap.
Huge gap, huge gap. But I mean, he becoming a younger, and it's weird because I would think since I've been there and done that, I could help him. But he growing up in a whole nother era,
Yeah.
social media and get the bag era. Like and I didn't grow. I'm a '90s kid, so
Yeah.
it's a little more difficult giving him advice because he Gen Z. I think that's what he is.
Right. I can't even keep up no. I
Yeah,
can't keep up.
it's a whole new world for them.
Yeah, I can imagine. When is the last time that you did something for the first time?
Man, oh, that's a good question. Now I'm an accountant, so I'm very stereotypical. We stay by the rules. We boring. I can't even, man, it had to have been years.
Really?
Yeah, like I stick to what I know. Well, let me take that. Okay, I got something. And this is gonna be again not even that exciting because I'm born accountant. 2019, before the world shut down, my last vacation was New Orleans, and I remember the people that were there. They were really into exotic food. Girl, they had me eating fried frog legs and barbecue oysters and scallops, stuff I would never eat on my own.
Uh-huh.
I did it when I was in New Orleans because you just got to. They have amazing food there.
Okay.
So that still was what 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Girl, you got me thinking I'm gonna do something for the first time.
Yeah, do something fresh and like that people would be like, "Dad, she did what? Kenesha did what?" Like just shock them.
I need to do. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna do that.
And last one, if you weren't the founder of ColemanTax, what else could you see yourself doing aside from being a conscious rapper?
I would love to do something more creative. I've been like into abstract art lately.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to express myself through art, maybe, acrylic on canvas, things like that.
That's fun. That's
Yeah.
really fun because I did a pour painting in my last apartment and it was fun. It was so easy and it came out like beautiful that I was like, should I be doing this on the side to make some coins? It was so easy, but it came out so nice. And it's just another way to express yourself and just be artistic and not like analytical.
Yes, this analytical stuff, it can get old if you don't have a creative outlet in between.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after tax season, girl, I'm gonna get me some acrylic paint. I ain't gonna know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go. We go for it.
Yeah, just do it. You might be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing with us. This was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, so I would love to know, like, what is your relationship with beauty?
Absolutely. So my relationship with beauty, oh, that is such a great, deep question. Okay, so growing up, just a little background, I had really bad acne in school. And it wasn't like, you hit puberty, you go through it, you get over it. Well, I never got over it. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to beauty for me, while I do think it's inner, I still think it's important, especially for women, to be able to express that outwardly as well. And for me, the foundation of that is taking care of my skin. I get real prideful when I'm able to do that and to manage that. Okay. I think that beauty shouldn't just be confined by outward expression, but at the same time, we shouldn't be defined by our outward expression, if that makes sense, right? You can't look at a woman and be like, because she wears her hair like this, she's that, right? That's only for her. So beauty for me, my skin is very important just because of the history of it. But then secondly, it really is outward expression to be defined solely by you and only you. Don't let society do this.
Yeah, I love that. And look at your skin now. I would have never known.
Man, like the routine is, and I learned this from when I chose to kind of niche in the beauty space. I learned this from my esthetician clients. It's all about routine, consistency, and what you put in, eating with water and all of that. I'm still learning. So
yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into providing like tax services.
absolutely. So I've been doing this for like 13 years. And I really fell in, like, I went to school for accounting, did the whole bachelor's, master's, whatever. My first job out of grad school, though, was with the IRS. And that was really where I fell in love with tax, like overall, because I was seeing how, first of all, you get all up in people's business. You're seeing all this money they're making.
Yeah.
And then you see who's losing and who's winning. Clearly, folks that can afford lawyers and CPAs are winning the tax game because they're able to hire folks that know how to play the game versus the small business owner that's getting completely hammered because they're trying to do it themselves and they just don't know, right? Mm-hmm. On top of that, the IRS, the government, don't make it easy to understand either, right? You require me to follow this tax law. Mm-hmm. Then you don't even tell me what it is in English, that's so that I understand.
Right.
So like you set me up to fail from the get-go, right? But I left the IRS for that reason. I wanted to more so help folks than be the one coming and telling and taking their money essentially. Mm-hmm. So I left the IRS, went to public accounting, did the whole corporate thing as well. But I wanted to really do this my way. Only way you can do that is if you go off on your own.
Yeah.
So I did, and I'm be honest with you, when I first started, I was taking anybody with $1, right? I had to just survive at that point. But then I said, you know what? Like, I'm talking to no one. Like, I'm talking to everybody is talking to no one.
Right.
Because you just can't talk and market to everybody. And so I said, okay, what am I like genuinely interested in, right? Where do my most of my disposable income go? And hands down,
beauty.
Hands down, it's beauty, hair, skin, nails, like the whole nine. So I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna talk to beauty entrepreneurs. That's who I want to talk to. They've helped me in my life. So I would like to take this very complicated thing, make it very, very simple, give it to them so they can get all these tax benefits that these other folks are getting, you know? And so, and just from there, I remember when the world shut down, I wasn't on Instagram before. I was just doing like local marketing or whatever. But the world shut down. I started an Instagram account in 2020. I just started talking. Yeah. I mean, just started talking, like, do X, Y, and Z, and you will save money this way. And people was really into it. I didn't think they would be, right? Because tax and accounting ain't really sexy, right? It's not interesting in itself. But I figure if I could say, hey, if you do this, you'll save some money, maybe that's interesting. Maybe that's interesting. So it's been great. It's been a joy working for and serving beauty entrepreneurs. Because they're very busy. They love their craft. Oh, beauty entrepreneurs love their craft so much they would do it for free. Some of them are doing it for free. Practice. You know. But it's like, okay, we can have the best of both worlds. You can serve your clients, practice your craft, but you can also be very business savvy and save taxes and increase net profit as well.
Yeah. When you first started working with Beautypreneurs, did you have anyone or maybe a group of people that you knew personally that you could like kind of help them navigate their thing first?
Absolutely. So I have a good number of girlfriends that were already doing hair, doing makeup. selling and applying lashes. They
Mm-hmm.
were already doing that. And I was already like getting the plug from them anyway when I was like in public accounting in corporate.
Yeah.
So when I decided to go off on my own, they were kind of like my guinea pigs, like people I would throw ideas out to. They would give me their honest feedback because we're girlfriends. And that way I was like learning what the pain points were,
Yeah.
right? Like learning, like, what do you like for real just hate about managing your business's finances or your taxes? And they would, vent to me and tell me, and it's like, okay, how can I make this simpler and more streamlined and easier for you?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, okay, I was learning really, it wasn't about, because you're not going to get away from doing taxes. You have to do it. It's law.
Right.
And you're not going to get away from doing bookkeeping because you need to do that to do the taxes. But how can we make this as pain-free as possible? And then what do you need from this data to make better decisions for your business at the end of the day, And if we look at it that way, then it's like, okay, this doesn't hurt so bad. This doesn't, we can do this.
Yeah. Have you found a lot of success being so niched when it comes to taxes? Like, is it a good idea to be so niched, like a specific group of people?
Absolutely. So like, I never thought in a million years before that it would be this successful. I thought that, well, if I'm only doing this, I'm going to lose out on all this other opportunity.
Right.
Well, actually, the reverse happened. The minute I said, Beauty Entrepreneurs, I'm yours and for you, it was like so many people being receptive to that because they said, okay, you actually care about my business. And their experience with a non-niched person, they didn't get very specific advice on how they can grow their business.
Yeah.
So and it was good for me too, because I was able to focus on one versus many, right? Before I knew a little about a lot of stuff. Well, now I know a lot about like one thing.
Yeah.
One or two things.
Yeah. How has tax season been so far?
Oh my God. Tax season is always very, very busy. It's always very, very stressful. Like always, right? You can count on it. This go around was no different. It's still very, very busy, very stressful. But I see the light at the end of the tunnel and I know it'll be over. So you just prepare yourself for it, right? You just tell your friends, I'm sorry, I ain't going nowhere between January and April. You tell you like for real, like I schedule someone to come clean my house during busy season. I schedule meals during busy season just because we just know they know what it is.
Yeah.
And luckily I have a very supportive family that they get it now. They get it. So, but it's been good. It's been enlightening. We the Beautypreneurs is certain, tax benefits that they've been able to take advantage of to save them some money. And so while it's stressful, it's still a time where I think my clients see the benefit of the tax planning and the bookkeeping they've been doing. It all comes together now so they can see, oh, this is what I was doing it for.
Right.
Thank you for this, either a tax refund or lower tax bill, which is the goal.
Absolutely. Do you have a team of people that work with you, or is it just you by yourself?
I do. When I first started, it was just me. But again, as soon as I said, I'm just doing Beauty Entrepreneurs, we grew so fast, I had to hire. So I do have a team, right? I have a couple of associates that make up the bookkeeping team. I have associates that make up the tax team. I still do all the advisory analysis type work.
Okay.
I just love that stuff and the tax planning. And so like together, like, yeah, we're a small team. It's about 6 of us that make up the firm, and we just, do the work. I'm gonna be honest with you, that still ain't enough. I still need I could use like 2 more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're near the end. Maybe I'll do that for next season.
Yeah. So how exactly do you help entrepreneurs like specifically like optimize their taxes in their life? Do you just give them like a plan to follow throughout the year and to like to do their own bookkeeping and then you just kind of work it out at the end? Like how do you help them?
Yeah, absolutely. So I look at it at like different stages of a beautypreneur, right? So for the beautypreneur who, let's say, she just follows me on Instagram, she hasn't really engaged our firm to do anything for her. She's just a part of the community, which I love and still appreciate. I give a ton of stuff out free through Instagram. Like the stuff that's on my Instagram, you can go right now, it's pretty evergreen. You can use and listen to and go back and literally apply it, the strategy in your business. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That goes from like vehicle strategy, home office deduction, switching entity types to save on taxes. All that's free on IG and YouTube right now. Then the beautypreneur, I have a whole bunch that just comes to me one time a year during this time, during tax season. And what we do for them is, of course, we prepare their federal and state tax return. We do the e-filing. But what I think they're most interested in is like the light tax planning we can do when we see the return. So it's not really much you can do at tax time, but there are a couple things. For example, beautypreneurs, for whatever reason, think they can't take home office deduction. Beautypreneurs, hear me now. You can take home office deduction, okay? You can. And I suggest you do it. And that's essentially you taking money that you've paid anyway, because you got to live, and you are being able to take a portion of that and put it on your tax return to save some money.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see that they're not doing that, I'll apply that strategy right away. Same thing with using your car to go back and forth from work. You can do that. I know you've been told you can't, but you can. Okay. Yeah. So I'll apply any strategy that I can do at the last minute. I'll do it. I've seen folks have to owe, and when I do those strategies, now they're getting a refund.
Right.
Now they're getting money back, and they're like,
and that's the difference between like doing it yourself and having a professional do it for you.
Yeah. Because we put it all together. We put these pieces of the puzzle together. And if it's something like something's missing that I would expect to see, then we're like, okay, let's get on a call with the beautypreneur or email them for more info to see if we can apply this strategy. So yeah, and then I have year-round clients. These are folks that I do their bookkeeping all year. We do their tax return. We also do like really deep tax planning throughout the year. And it's essentially what you said before. Because we're doing their books, we see how much money they're making, which means we can see what the tax bill will be. And so we implement strategies throughout the year to lower that tax bill. So come tax time, they are owing as little as possible because we've been planning all year.
I love that. That sounds amazing. I
Yeah.
love that. Where do you see most people, like, I guess in this season right now, where are most people going wrong with their taxes and their finances?
Let me tell you, it's not even, besides missing out on certain strategies, getting the books together is like over half the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because they didn't do bookkeeping all year, now they have to go to all of the bank statements, go through all of the transactions. Let's just pretend they're commingling funds. I see this a lot where they're using the account for both personal and business. Right. Now they got to figure out which one was personal, which one was business, and then getting all that data together and then trying to produce a profit and loss statement to be able to do taxes. Mm-hmm. Like that's literally like 75% of the situations I see. You're not going to remember everything you spent. So half the time they're forgetting stuff.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Which means they're not taking the deduction, which means they're overpaying in tax. So that is the harsh reality, and it's costing beauty entrepreneurs thousands of dollars a year.
Wow.
Just because they want to do bookkeeping every month. And then on top of that, they miss out on strategies because the strategies are only as good as the bookkeeping. was, and you didn't do that. So
Right.
if I could say anything to beautypreneurs right now, it was do not skip out on bookkeeping. It is literally the foundation of everything.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Is it true? Because I listen to a lot of podcasts and like a lot of entrepreneurship stuff. Is it true that if you're running your business the correct way, that you should not be receiving money back from taxes? I've heard people say that before. Like people, I guess we grow up with the idea of like tax return, like we get money to spend and all that stuff. But if you're doing it right, you're not supposed to give money back.
Okay, so I got two thoughts on that. Number one, in general, right? If you get a refund, that means you lost money in your business. That means your money. That means your business did not make a profit. So while you're happy you're getting the refund, you made nothing in your business, which is a bigger business problem than getting a refund at the end of the year. That's in general, okay? Now, on the flip side, you could have been doing such good tax planning that you got a refund, right? Last year, I got a client back $55,000 from a tax strategy, from one tax strategy.
Ooh.
Got back $55,000 from one tax strategy. So that's different in her case. She got a refund because we did a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
But that strategy did not require a outlay of cash. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't lose money in her business. It didn't affect cash flow. On paper, it looks like it because of the strategy.
Right.
But in general, you would be correct. If you get refunds all the time, it's like, how much is your net profit? How is this happening? You want a refund because you did tax plan.
Right.
Not because you spent all your money.
Right. Okay. I love that. That makes total sense now that you explained it that way. Because I was like, say what now? What you
Absolutely.
So you already shared some, like, I guess, misconceptions as far as like what people think that they claim on it or think that they cannot claim. What are some things that people, I guess, think that they can claim, but they can't?
Absolutely. So this goes back, I would say, like a lot of personal things. A lot of folks are commingling funds. They're using the account for both personal and business. So come tax time, they will include all of that data. And like, no, you cannot take things that are purely personal. Okay. You gotta, for example, your cell phone. I know we use our phones a lot for business, especially like the whole social media, digital marketing bit. But some of that you use for personal reasons too. I mean, we know this, right? We got to carve out the personal portion out of the phone, out of the car use, the computer use. You know, the IRS has a list of assets that they know is like, you know, fun assets that we can use both for personal and business. So they're hip to the strategy. So just make sure you're carving out anything personal. Another thing, I see this a lot, people slap their logo on their car. And like, oh, because my logo's on my car, everything pertaining to this car is going to be deducted. No, the IRS has made that very clear. Just because you put your logo on your car don't mean that you deduct it all. Another thing is, and I see this a lot, sometimes I see beautypreneurs, they want to deduct their hair, their nails, their lashes, their makeup, all of that, because they're saying, well, I'm a walking billboard for my salon, so I have to do this. I think that's a risky move.
Okay.
Very risky.
What about the clothes? Because I hear people say, I'm going to write off my all black outfits and, you know, all that.
It depends, right? It's a risky deduction, but it can be done if done correctly, right? So, for example, if you have to get all dolled up and buy a certain outfit for a photo shoot for your business, yes, deduct it all. Have fun with it, right? If you have secured like a uniform look for your salon, meaning all black, sure, deduct it. Okay. But on a daily basis, you cannot be getting your lashes done and deducting the entire cost, because when you leave that salon at the end of the day, you go on your date with your spouse or your whatever. That's a personal event, and you can deduct that part. So it can be done. Do it very strategically. Documentation is very key when it comes to the IRS. So if you go spend a couple grand on getting ready for an event or a photo shoot, document that stuff, save it in a Google Drive. So if the IRS has any questions, you got that memo and those receipts right there to be able to show them, oh, this was for business. They'll be fine.
That's a perfect segue into the question that I have from our friend in beauty, Valerie. She's my play cousin in my head. But Valerie wants to know, like, what can we write off as far as taxes, and then what tools can we use to document or, track those things throughout the year?
Absolutely. So I want, and here's a fact. This is a statistic. So 93% of small business owners actually don't deduct all of their expenses. There are various reasons why, right? Some of them aren't even tracking them enough to deduct them all. And the other reason is some of them don't know. And then some of y'all are actually scared to deduct a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to say. You can deduct anything, any money you spend if it's related to your business. That is the biggest component of being able to deduct something, is it being business related. Okay. There are four little criteria that the tax law has. It's ordinary. Is it ordinary for your industry to have such an expense? Is it necessary to run your business? It cannot be lavish or extravagant. We don't need a G-Wagon to run a beauty business. We don't need a G-Wagon. And then, it has to be business related. Those are the four, okay? I do want to highlight the second criteria of it being necessary. This does not mean necessity, right? It doesn't have to be that literal, right? But it is what you deem to be necessary. So if you love to have Fiji water in your salon, that is fine. The IRS does not make you go get the generic brand, okay? So it's what you deem to be necessary. But again, it cannot be lavish or extravagant, like, Maserati level, okay?
Yeah.
You gotta keep it like something that would be not out of the ordinary for your industry.
Got you. Okay. And what kind of tools can we use to document or track these things? You mentioned Google, like a spreadsheet or something like that.
Absolutely. So two things, right? So you can use a Google spreadsheet. I actually have a template with a video walkthrough. It's free. I can send it to you.
Okay.
Including your show notes. This spreadsheet is awesome because you just put your transactions in, you categorize them, it will build a profit and loss statement for you.
Okay.
If you want to get a little more automated though, right? You can use like a QuickBooks or Xero, it's spelled Xero, or FreshBooks. These are cloud-based accounting systems. You can connect your business credit or debit card to these systems. These systems will do a lot of the work for you, okay? All you got to do is go in and make sure they categorized the transaction correctly, and then you reconcile your statements at the end of the month, but that's about it. And then you've done your tracking of income and expenses for the month. I would highly recommend QuickBooks. That's what we use in the firm. I don't get paid to say that. I truly do love their products. I should get paid as much as I say it.
Like a little affiliate link or something like that.
I know. I need to get it together. But we use QuickBooks in our firm. I like QuickBooks because QuickBooks, again, connects to a lot of different systems. So if they're using Gloss Genius Vagaro style seat, they can connect that to their QuickBooks as well as their bank. But QuickBooks connects to TurboTax.
Okay.
So if you've done bookkeeping the whole year, when you get to the end of the year, you should be able to press a button to produce a tax return for your business. Okay. For those out there that are really like, DIYing it right now. But that's why I love QuickBooks, because it can integrate with so many different things.
Yeah, I love that. How would you recommend people stay on top of it though? Like, should they just take some time to, like, if they're not using like QuickBooks or something like that, should they just like once a month or at the end of the month, just go through and just like plug everything in, like just make that a routine?
Yes, that's one of the reasons why I love QuickBooks, because it really does have the automation down packed. I would say get QuickBooks, connect your accounts, set aside, they ain't gonna like me for this, set aside 90 minutes, an hour and a half every month to do that bookkeeping. That's all it's gonna take. The more you do it, the easier and faster it will get. But you gotta do it. I always use this metaphor, right? My beautician tell me, Kenesha, stay on top of these lock appointments to keep these locks twisted if you want them right. My esthetician, Kenesha, once a month, you need to come get this facial. The nail tech, every 2 weeks, get this fill. Once a month, get this pet. You, as beauty entrepreneurs, you have a routine for your clients,
Right?
That you expect them to stay on top of if they want this, this outer appearance, this health to be right. This is the same thing I'm telling to you. If you want your business finances to be organized and right, 90 minutes once a month. Do this. Do the bookkeeping, run your financials, and actually look at your financials. See how much money you made. Because if it's not in line with what your money goal is, then oh snap, this new month, I gotta get to it. Or if you blew it out the water, like, oh my God, I exceeded my goal, to lean into whatever you've been doing, because clearly it's working.
Yeah.
Okay. You use your financials from the bookkeeping you're going to do to give you insight into your business. Right. That's the point. We don't crunch numbers just to crunch numbers. We do it to look at the financials to say, what should we be doing in our business to hit our goals?
Absolutely. Oh my God. Do you have any advice on paying yourself from your business? Like people who have like their business and everything separate, but they need to, pay their bills, and is it like a percentage they should be taking?
You know what? People hate when I answer this question too. I think you should pay yourself whatever you want to pay yourself. Pay yourself. I don't have a percentage for my clients, because I think we went into business for ourselves so that we can make the money we want to make. That's why we do this, right? We want to make the money we want to make, how we want to make it. And so pay yourself however much you want, however the frequency you want. But of course, that decision needs to be based on your personal budget, right? How much does it take for you to self-sustain yourself, right? And then I want you to add an additional 15 to 20% of play money. I think as humans, we forget that we like to do a little play. We like to reward ourselves, right? And so that's what that money is for. So start with your personal budget. How much does it take to actually live, to pay all your living expenses, utilities, and whatever bills you got going on? Add 20% for your play money. Do not skip out on the play money, because then what are we doing this for? What are we doing this for? But you can pay yourself how much you want. And I actually think you should pay yourself first, to be honest with you. Whatever is left over is money for your business bills and your taxes. If you find that you don't have enough, you need to do 3 things. 1, make more money. Maybe you have a pricing issue. 2, spend less money. Maybe there's an expense issue, or a combination of both. But get your cut off top.
Okay. And if you have a business, should you be filing your business taxes and your personal taxes?
Absolutely. So this depends on how your beauty business is organized, right? So if you are a sole proprietor, meaning you just started your business, you didn't really get an LLC through your state, You're going to file on a Schedule C. Luckily, that's attached to the 1040. So it's not a separate tax return. You're doing this, it's all together. Same thing with the LLC. If you're the only owner on the LLC, you're filing on Schedule C, and that goes with your 1040. Okay. But if you are a partnership, whole separate tax return, you got to file a 1065 partnership return in addition to your 1040. And then if you are one of the corporations, either S or C, you'll file an 1120 separately for the business along in addition to your 1040.
Okay. Makes sense. This is one thing that I absolutely suck at, is tracking my mileage. I just be jumping in the car and going like my clients. Is there how can I remember to track my mileage? Is there a easy way to, I don't even know, girl.
No, there are apps for that. There are apps, and here we go again. I sound like a broken record. QuickBooks has a mile tracker. Yes, QuickBooks has a mile tracker. If you don't like QuickBooks, though, there are other apps that you can download. Like I know there's another one called Mile IQ. Okay. Download. So whenever you get in the car, just boop, hit that button, and then you get there, boop, hit it. You know what I mean? It's just, you turn it on and off as you travel. But another strategy, and I normally use this for clients who people hate tracking miles. I get it. But we all live by our calendar. So if you get to the end of the year and you're like, oh snap, I need to get a mileage number together, go back and look at your calendar. I'm sure you got all them appointments on that calendar that you scheduled. And that's one way of okay, knowing where you went, and you can just calculate the miles using Google Maps.
Okay. Yeah, I never even thought about doing it like that, because I live by my calendar. Even with my friends, if it's not on the calendar,
it'll happen.
If we just going for drinks or something, I got to put it on my calendar because I'm not going to remember.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I could definitely do that. Did you ever start your Beautypreneur Finance Academy?
Okay, so I did. I did. And it is, right now it's on Thinkific in the platform. It's really tough. I like to run it real time. You know what I mean? So could someone invest in it and go through the material on their own? Yes, I make it available for that purpose. But I really like to start cohorts so that as they go through each module, we can have office hours where we can get together on Zoom and I can answer any questions they may have about the material live. So I know I'm going to have a live cohort in the fall because tax season will be long gone by then. So that I can really be more engaged and interactive with the enrollees. But it is available if people just want to go through the material. They just unfortunately won't have the office hours where I'm getting on live with them. But yeah, that academy is, I think is amazing. Not to toot my own horn, but it consists of 4 modules. One is on regulatory, so teaching folks how to get their own LLC, how to get their own EIN, how to choose a business entity. The second module is bookkeeping, setting up QuickBooks and getting started with that. The third is financial analysis. So looking at the financials and being able to understand what it's telling you about your business. Are you losing money? You know, do you have a pricing issue? Is there something going on with inventory? Things like that. And then the last modules are all about tax season, how to get ready for tax season and getting through that stress-free.
Okay, awesome. I like that. I'm gonna definitely leave the link down below in the show notes for people who want to check that out. I love that. You're doing a lot of great stuff.
I really and that academy is my pride and joy, because I felt like I truly understand the beautypreneurs who aren't ready to outsource for whatever reason. They're not ready. I empathize with that completely, but it was man, I gotta find a way to still serve them and get them this information. And that is what that academy's, goal is to do, is to meet them where they are.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. At the end of the day, Kenesha, what are you working on your legacy to be? What do you want people to say about you?
Oh my God, it is It has nothing to do with accounting tax. I think it's like I'm originally from Gary, Indiana. I don't know if most people know much about Gary, but
We know
Gary
Michael Jackson.
yeah, that's what they know. It's Michael Jackson. Gary is a very, very poor city. It was poor when I was there. It's still poor, whatever. But despite all of that, myself and the peers that I know that came about at Gary still went on to be what we define as successful.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what my legacy really is I don't, your circumstances shouldn't determine where you go in life. I really do think you can create the life you want for yourself and your family. I know it's some crazy stuff in the world, right? So many isms, sexism, racism, all of that. And I empathize with all of that and has experienced all of that. But despite that, you still can go pretty dang on far if you want to. Mm-hmm. Don't let none of that get in your way. I keep pushing.
Absolutely. What's next for you in ColemanTax?
Oh, so I'm doing a major pivot. This is an exclusive because I really haven't even told this like publicly yet. All right. So I'm dealing with the health challenge. Okay. Mm-hmm. I have multiple sclerosis. I'm navigating the early stages of that. And I've just realized I really don't have the capacity I once have. So I'll still be offering, tax and accounting services. But I really want to lean a lot more into the information products as well. Okay. Right? It's kind of like the academy, but just more elaborate. Like there's so much to accounting and tax. It's so much.
You can imagine. It's so much.
And I want everybody, no matter what level you're at, to be able to access this information. This should not be just for the rich and the wealthy and the famous. Mm-hmm. We should be like Amazon and have to pay zero tax too. Okay. So I want to teach beautypreneurs how to do that. And I'm going to do that by way of more products.
I love that. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be amazing because like your Instagram, like you said, it's already a wealth of information. This interview, I learned so much just now because I honestly, like transparency, I suck when it comes to this type of stuff. And most creatives do because we just want to be creative. We just want to, frolic and be artsy and all that stuff. And then other things tend to suffer. So this conversation has been like a true gem for me. So I can only imagine like as it continues to grow and everything for you, it's gonna be perfect.
Thank you. I hope so. I hope that I'm able to just serve and give people what they need. And if you or your community have any feedback for me as to what I should be creating, I would love to hear that as well. Right? I learn best from you all telling me what to do. So I'm excited for the future.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. Before you go, I have to ask you the Friends of Beauty rapid fire questions. So whatever comes first to your mind, just like spit it out. You'll be great. I keep feeling like I have a lash on my face, but it's driving me crazy. Anyway, what are the top 3 keys to your success so far?
Number 1, resilience. Resilience. Being scared, but doing it anyway. Mm-hmm. And then 3 is no doesn't mean no. It might just mean not now. It just mean not now. So those are 3.
Okay. And how do you measure your success?
Oh, deep. Oh, that was a deep question. How do I measure success? I won't lie to you. It used to be money. It was really about money. But now it's different. I think it's more so about me helping someone else, right? Like if I haven't helped you achieve your goal of either increasing profit or decreasing your tax, I don't think I was successful. I did not serve you well, right? But if I've done that, we both have met success.
Awesome. What's the best advice you've ever received?
You know what? Your health is your wealth. I heard it all my life and ignored it, like whatever. But no, like for real, now that I'm going through this whole health thing, you really do have to take care of yourself. Self-care has to be unapologetic. Yeah.
Absolutely. What advice would you give to a beautypreneur right now who is just drowning in receipts and they're not doing their bookkeeping and they just feel like, I'm never going to get on top of this? Like, what advice would you give to them right now?
Okay, the first thing I would say is it's probably not as bad as you think. It never is. Anytime I meet a new beautypreneur and they explain to me their story and I see it, it's never as bad as they feel. Two, it's not anything that can be corrected. So for that, don't stress over it because it can be fixed. And three, I need to get an affiliate link. Go get QuickBooks.
Yes.
Go get QuickBooks. You can get it for like $20 a month. Connect your business bank account and let it do its job. and there you go. And it's early enough in the year that you can't be that far behind. It's only April. So,
yeah.
Just go do it.
So true. Okay. Other than QuickBooks, because you do need to get you an affiliate link.
I do.
What's a resource that helps you in your business that you can share with the Friends of Beauty community?
That's a good one. That is a very good one. What is a resource? Because I was gonna say what has saved me. I was gonna say Calendly, but I'm sure everybody has a scheduling link. You know what has truly helped me? I hired a VA. And this person manages my email, manages my calendar. They will be managing my social media, like all the like admin stuff. They do. You can even teach them to manage your QuickBooks, and you won't even have to look at these numbers if you don't want to. You know, hire a VA. You can get one very inexpensive if you find them on Upwork.
Okay.
Like you can literally get them for like $5 an hour. Do that.
How many hours do you have them doing?
I'm bad. At least 20 a week, at least.
That's not bad.
Yeah, at least 20 a week, because my inbox is crazy, drowning. But even with like I'm sure people have noticed, I don't post as much during tax season. Had I hired this VA sooner, I probably could have maintained that social media schedule. But they can do like stuff like that for you, especially as a beautypreneur. I can imagine social media is very important, especially locally. But yeah, they can do my VA does a lot of lead generation for me. Even if they're virtual, they can still get to know what your local landscape is and be doing that social media with a local focus.
Yeah.
So that people are finding you virtually as well. So I would say think about a VA to handle all things admin and lead generation wise.
Okay. And you got yours from Upwork?
I got mine from Upwork, yes.
Nice. Yep. Okay, because I've heard of Upwork, and I also looked on. It's another one called like PH Jobs online. We can get one from like the Philippines.
Yep. Absolutely. I found the one I had before this one was from their website. The only reason why I switched was because the one I found on Upwork, they do all my VA type stuff, and they have a background of working for tax firms.
Okay.
So that's the only reason why I switched from online PA, whatever, you know what it's called. That's the only reason why I switched from that, because they had an accounting background. But that has been like, oh my God, that's been like a lifesaver, the VA.
Nice. Okay. And the last one, I just want you to fill in the blank and say, my name is blank, and the key to longevity and success is whatever you think it is.
Oh, okay. My name is Kenesha, the Beauty CPA Coleman, and my keys to longevity and success is resilience.
Absolutely. Before you go, share all of your social media or wherever you want people to find you and connect with you.
Absolutely. So my website is thebeautycpa.com. I am very active on Instagram. My handle is at the Beauty CPA. And I do have a free Facebook group for Beautypreneurs. If you go on Facebook and search Beautypreneur Finance Institute, I have a ton of videos and workshops in there on tax strategies and accounting.
Okay. Kenesha, thank you so much for doing this. Like, this was amazing. I literally learned so much. You have no idea. Like I said, I suck at this type of stuff. So, and I've been trying to, find somebody to take this over for me. So I have to, reconvene with myself and get this thing popping. I'll be in contact, girl, for real.
Absolutely. This was very, very fun. This was absolutely fun. Anytime you ever want me to come back, you just let me know. I'll be glad. I love to add to your community.
Thank you so much. Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty podcast. Don't forget, sharing is caring. Share this episode with at least one friend in beauty, and subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts so that other friends in beauty can find this show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty, #Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.